This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your DM, Johnny, and your host for today. We are the Diecast podcast, season 6, episode 5 of the Poo Bash Aboo. It is Waywocket, Amalika, and Yozef finally making it to the island and exploring, and my apologies in advance for my terrible Werner Herzog impression, but gosh dang was he go so good in the Mandalorian. So before we jump into it, don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. That's where we post a lot of new episodes, new info, contests that are coming up very soon. So give us a follow and just say hi. You can also follow us on any app that plays a podcast. You can follow us on our YouTube channel and on our own website at www.flyingwizardstudio.com. Also, our own Discord server where you can find links for that just about anywhere on Twitter, on our website, and with every post we do. Come by, say hi. We have some really cool conversations going on, and we'll be posting some more information for the news there. I guess that's it. Let's jump into the episode. Got some news to talk about at the break. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're washing your hands, and see you at the break. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. We are back for another episode after a little bit of a break, and here we are, ready to play. We have Miles, Steph, and Adam ready to go as you've spent some time in Waterdeep getting ready to go to the island of the Poo Bash Aboo and get this spiritual idol of you just said it like 30 seconds ago.
Idol of Spiritual Conduction.
There it is, top of my notes, page 2. As you guys used your magical Acquisitions Incorporated powers to teleport to the island of Pamf. You dropped off right in the middle of this muddy, overcast. It looks like if a resort was very under-maintained and full of people who did not want to be there in this tropical paradise that is the island of the Poo Bash Aboo, as you were surrounded by cultists in robes and this older guy with kind of like this Albert Einstein kind of like frizzy hair came up and said, "Welcome to the island of the oh shit," as he makes eye contact with Yozef. And we'll jump right in there.
Fade up on the face of Yozef.
Yozef, why are you here?
Well, I've completed my mission. Not only have I brought back the 1,000 dragons that I promised the brothers, I brought back 2,000 dragons. And then I pull out a bag of coins, 2,000 dragons worth, and I throw them at his feet. Plenty where that came from, old timer. How are you? I figured you'd have died.
You see it kind of just like splurch in the mud and slides and like splashes mud on his boots and or on his shoes and robe. He says, "Oh, you did it very quickly as well. Much faster than we had anticipated."
Well, he had some good help.
Oh, that is fortunate for you, Yozef.
I'd like you to meet my new friends and venturing associates, Waywocket and Amalika.
Hello.
Together we form the Trollskull Trio. Anyway, direct me to the brothers. Let's give them the money. Let's, make a little fanfare about this. I did it.
You see him bend over, and he's got that movement of someone who's senior. The tendons and muscles don't stretch as they used to, as he picks it up by his middle finger and thumb and just kind of tries to shake off some of the mud from the money bag. He says, "Yes, we thought 1,000 dragons would have been a mighty sum, but you have surpassed all of our expectations.
You bet I have, and I expect you'll want to handsomely reward us.
Yes. Let us get you some quarters and get you settled back here on the island.
So as we, I guess, follow him, is it okay to hang back a bit?
He's actually just staring at you for a couple of seconds, and the rest of the partitioners, cultists, are just also staring at you as well. Not dumbstruck, but just kind of like almost in shock, or almost not shock, but just like stunned of, oh, he appeared in the middle of our compound.
So I hope we weren't interrupting anything. Yeah, it seems like you guys were in the middle of a dark ritual?
No, we were just doing daily chores.
Orgy, I gotcha.
The order does not permit such promiscuity upon the island. We are focused entirely upon our worship.
I wonder where Yozef got that from then.
We just don't invite him.
You can give me an insight check.
As to whether or not that's true.
Dice.
I actually need to get
No,
my dice out.
on Wren.
I'm pretty insightful. Wow.
Am I? I don't know.
That is a 18 insight.
18.
Oh, I didn't roll, but I
You can roll.
can.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Wait, what is that? I can't read.
11
Oh,
for me.
15.
15.
I don't know why I guffawed at that immediately.
That can't possibly be good.
I thought it was a 2.
Yeah, Amalika and Waywocket, you definitely get the sense by looking around at the other people around him. There's like his set of rules, and then there's what actually happens on the island. You get the feeling, because other people are like, oh yeah, kind of like you see a couple of nods and acknowledgments of, oh yeah, no, super orgies definitely do happen here sometimes.
Okay.
So I guess we will need to get you accommodations. Are you all right with staying in the same confines?
Of course. You know, my experiences on the outside haven't changed me a bit, and I'm eager to rejoin the order and see how else I can be of service. And I'm like really obviously like winking to Amalika and Waywocket.
Subtle. Very subtle.
And he looks at the rest of at Amalika and Waywocket. And your magical fireplace, is this just going to stay here the entire time?
Yeah, I think we'd prefer if you don't touch it.
Yeah, it's pretty magical, pretty
Yeah.
dangerous, and brings you directly to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're not really used to having guests on the island, but my friends may one day want to return to Waterdeep.
It's true. Meanwhile, I mean, you have Yozef here, and the real reward, I mean, you got the 2,000 dragons, but having Yozef back, that's the real reward here, right?
Yeah, when he described the island, we couldn't wait to come.
True.
Yeah. Yes, this is all true.
Very believable.
All right. We will get you accommodated with facilities here. I hope you have eaten beforehand, because food is not very scarce this week.
Okay.
Wait, not very scarce? Or very scarce? Because the way you said that made it seem like the other one.
Oh, apologies for my communication. This common language is not my native tongue.
Plus, with all the hunger and exhaustion, you mix things up sometimes. Isn't that right, old timer? Can't believe you're still with us.
Yeah, he actually has. He looks like he's got the appearance of maybe someone who's in his mid-90s, but he's got that old man tinsel strength to him.
Right.
Carries himself well.
As human
Yeah.
to our eyes, anyway.
Yeah, actually, what you see, everyone here is human. Yeah, it's not the diverse, colorful spectrum that was Waterdeep. These are all human here.
And no other Asimars like our friend
None that you can
Yozef.
see, no. In fact, you all stick out like sore thumbs, because it's an Aasimar, a dark elf, and a gnome standing in the middle. The compound, the walls are made up like those log palisades type of deal. It looks very rudimentary, very basic, and all the structures are made out of stone, and the roofs are made out of looks like palm fronds, but the stone looks worn down by weather. Some of the structures have roofs on it, some of them don't. There's kind of like this walled off inner or section off to the north, which actually has like gates and torches and like a standing guard in front of it. But by standing guard, it's just another cultist in a robe, just monitoring who comes in and out of the door.
Maybe a spear?
Not even a spear.
Not even a spear. Okay.
A sharp stick for these assholes.
So are we just saying that humans are more susceptible to cultism? Like,
Yes.
I think it was in the errata that the cult is mostly human.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And you do see like the big arch that welcomes you into the compound, and it leads out to a beach and like this long dark dock area where you see a couple of ships that are actually they're not moored to the dock, but they're kind of anchored offshore because the dock looks like, if anything heavy was put upon it. Like it's a stone dock, but just years of neglect have not done favors to this. And you do see that stone arch that says, "Don't talk about your parents."
I honestly, when you said that initially, like I knew what you meant once you kept going into it, but all I could picture was like the welcome to Greek town, but like welcome to the cult.
Welcome to your future cults.
He says, you see a couple of other cultists run up, and their robes look like they're wet. You can smell that kind of mildewy smell on them. Unshaven, unkempt. A little tangy smell of BO as they come up. Faces are a bit muddy. Hands are filthy with mud, dirt, and whatnot. And they offer to take your bags if you have any luggage or anything like that.
No, we're carrying pretty light.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, we'll just keep everything on us, But thank you for the offer. Very kind.
It's like, okay, well, follow them. They will assist you and bring you to take them to Villa 14, and we shall meet by the fire in a couple of minutes.
14, that's the not broken one.
Wow, this is very charming.
Yeah, it's a real hero's welcome for Yozef,
Yeah.
the hero of Waterdeep.
This is something.
Yeah.
And I lived on the streets.
You feel that humidity hit you where like everything just begins to stick to you.
Layers aren't my friend anymore.
It's humid, it's muggy. Every time you walk in the mud, your feet just sink in like those couple of centimeters, like that. Like you're worried you may lose a shoe at one point just because it seems extra tacky and extra sticky. But you get brought to Villa 14, where unfortunately neglect has hit at Yozef, where it looks like half the roof has been torn off, and it looks very much like almost like a prison cell where it's just basic rocks put together for a doorway, a window. There's no door on it. And as you come inside, you see one basic cot made out of like palm fronds and bamboo shoots. Essentially a small window, a stone basin, and the floor is just as muddy as it was outside. And you get a half cover from the overcast. You can just kind of see like the palm fronds just kind of like dangling, and they get caught in the wind and just kind of like rustle against the coarse stone of the villa. And when they say villa, it's more of like a 15 by 15 foot cube type of deal. It does not look inviting at all.
Ooh,
Well-
I mean, I don't have to sleep here. I mean, technically, couldn't we just take the fireplace back, spend the night in Waterdeep, come back, finish more mission? Like, we can do it back and forth. Like, we could, right? Like,
Comforting as that would be, the cult doesn't like outsiders. Even the presence of the fireplace they'll find threatening.
well, then it'll be gone for a little bit because we'll be sleeping at home.
They're not going to tolerate this back and forth. My friends, for this mission to be a success, even though I'm 100% confident that it will, lies in infiltrating the cult and gaining their trust. So I don't want to hear so much about what a shithole this is or how it's not as wide as a Waterdeep. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, we also got these tents. We can just, we brought our own accommodations.
True.
You do get more coverage or more shelter from the elements from the tents than you do from this villa.
Well, I hope you enjoy being fun outsider tourists, because if it's one thing that's clear to me, I'm going to have to get back to nature, as it were. And now I'm going to start sadly removing like almost all my clothes, like my nice suit, like
weeping as you like take layers
well,
off.
I just realized that like wearing one of my like classic zoot suits back to the island is actually not a good idea. It's just like, oh, I should have come in like a dirty loincloth and like
Yeah, like you on all aspects, economically, socially, just you stick out like sore thumbs here. Like it looks
Fancy
downtrodden.
sore thumbs, like
Yeah.
with a nice shiny Band-Aid.
Yeah. If anyone's got an ascot, it's gonna stick out real bad.
What if it's like a Band-Aid ascot?
It's still better than more ascot than no
Like a
ascot.
neck brace.
if it's preventing your throat from opening, it's
Yeah.
it's passable.
Ascots here are known as bandages.
Ooh. So like, all right, can't go back to Waterdeep to sleep. We've got tents. Okay, fine. But like, what's next?
Well, I think we should seek an audience with the leaders, present them the gold, and see how it goes from there. I don't think that we can take them on head on. I mean, I know this place is a shithole, but these are powerful Aasimar wizards.
I mean, I don't think that was ever my plan in my books, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking for mostly information about how we can get to the heart of this volcano. But, I don't want them following us or thinking that we're doing anything cool.
I mean, I know this is going to be difficult for you two because you're so brash and headstrong.
Uh-huh.
But this is going to require subtlety and finesse. We've got to play along.
Okay.
And if you don't like this, you are not going to like what's for dinner.
What's for dinner?
God knows.
What was it? Like, what was your favorite?
Turnip mush.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I've had some turnip mush in my time. A little pepper on that. It's not so bad.
Or every once in a while we get like a really heavy rainfall and everyone just sort of stands around with their mouth open.
I'm still hung up on the fact that you gave us advice to be subtle.
Yeah. Do what
You.
I'm doing, and I'm sort of like, so now I'm down to like a loincloth and I'm sort of like putting mud on my body and stuff. Like I realized my ostentatious entrance was probably like not the right move.
I just got these. I'm gonna, I'll undo a couple buttons.
Yeah, like I think
I'll roll
I'm
up
good
these
with,
sleeves.
I'm good with clothes. Like I'm good.
Just get yourself in the mindset of,
What if I muss my hair like this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a start, just remember, you're worthless. Your life means nothing. Existence means nothing. You know?
Yeah, like and see here, car pipe, like they don't care if you die here.
Oh,
They
don't
do
care
not.
if you die here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if they cared to, they'd put up a second arch saying, "We don't care if you die here."
They have a surplus of fucks here because none are given.
None. Carl's right on the money about that.
Okay,
That's
well,
how I got here.
This is inviting.
Also, you
Yeah,
don't want to
so-
die because then you end up like me on this island.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, it'll be cute. Actually,
I don't think
you'd
I'd
be
do
my aides forever.
All right. I've never been
it's
more
a good-
determined to live.
Yeah.
You come back as a pizza. You come back as a cake. You come back as like
A big
We
guy.
could get a whole little snack family going.
true.
Wait,
that would
who
be
were you
cute.
before you were a ghost?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
we never asked that. Is that rude?
I don't remember. All I know is that it was here, and then I died,
Uh-huh.
and then I got summoned by Yozef, and Carl is here now.
You see, everyone who dies goes into this sort of black cauldron of souls that members of the order can pull for, various menial tasks. Like,
So,
where'd you
like-
think I was getting all those ghosts?
Do they have like a record of everyone who's come here? Oh, wow. Okay.
You are going to be a hoot with the order. They have a record.
I mean, but like, what about for tax
they have a
purposes and
bo-
stuff? Because like, all cults, like, need to be like taxed and like, they're on the up and up. Or is this just like a straight up cult? Like, like we're just like leaning into it.
You are such a city kid.
Yeah, I mean,
Taxes on a tropical
I
island.
mean, this is...
We ain't got no forest tax.
This is about as straight up a cult as you can get. I mean, you pledge your fealty, they take your soul. Like, it's pretty
They
basic.
take your soul.
They take your soul. That's why we get all these fun ghosts, right, Carl?
I am a fun ghost.
They took your soul.
Did we say anything about that previously?
Yeah, I'm not going to be answering any
Yeah.
soul arrangement.
No, I don't want that.
You just be on the island. That's just the effect of the island.
So the island takes your soul.
Yeah.
Wait, walk it.
But what if I leave? Do I get it back?
Oh yeah, you're fine. It's just like
Okay.
on the island it happens.
What? We were gonna have some questions.
Well,
and
good news.
concerns.
We're not going to die. We're going to stay alive.
But
We're
like, what does that?
livers.
So where are our souls currently?
They're in your bodies. And if you die, they exit out, and instead of going to the afterlife, you go into the thingy.
Kind of like one of those buzz traps that catches mosquitoes.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
glad my HP leveled up.
Yeah, I also got one healing spell on me now.
I think I've still got some potions from
It's not-
the first season.
Yeah.
It's not really death. I mean, like, your soul comes back.
I mean, look at Carl. He's living his best life right now.
Is he though? He doesn't remember his past life. So like, how do you know that he's living his best life if he can't remember any other life?
If Carl died on this island, that is pretty much a confirm that his life was terrible.
You see Carl like just nodding in agreement, like, look at what I got to do when I died. I got summoned. I got to go on this massive adventure. I got to see Yozef kill like 8 different versions of Manchun in one fight.
You have really drunk the Kool-Aid.
We made so much money. I've been various baked goods.
Uh-huh.
Well, aren't you curious about your past life, Carl? Like, aren't you at all?
Have you seen these people? Look at them. Who smiles out there?
I mean, but
I've been
don't
nothing
you
but a
want to know
smiling
where
mess.
you came from?
It's not more where I came from. It's more about where I'm going.
Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's ahead.
Oh no. That was a nice segue, though.
Yes, it is.
I wrote it down across my shirt.
I'll give you inspiration for
It's
that.
now my main thing to remember. Ooh.
All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna remain enthusiastic about being here. We're gonna
Not too enthusiastic. I mean, no one's enthusiastic about being here.
I gotta imagine some of them.
Nah,
pep.
it's I think like because there's dedication in here and it's pure, and we just kind of collect people who like wash ashore or pirates who want to get away from pirating life. It's people who their alternative. This is better than their alternatives. And this isn't a great choice either. Like some of the happiest moments are right before people die on this island.
But I also gotta wonder. You're one of the only Asimar here.
Well, the Order is Asimar. I mean, there's the Order, and then there's, like poor souls like Carl who kind of follow the Order around and wait to be harvested. There's also ghosts, plenty of ghosts.
Lots of ghosts, lots of undead on this island.
Oh, you didn't mention there were lots of undead on the island.
He didn't mention a lot of things, I feel.
Well, you don't want to talk like it. Look how dreary. Like compared to Waterdeep, this place sucks. I mean, it gave you me, but even I left too.
All right. Well, I feel like I'm armed with enough information to meet these elders.
Sure.
We're gonna follow your lead there, Yozef.
Let's present ourselves to the elders and, throw this bag of gold at them and see what happens.
You already threw a bag of gold at them when you came in.
Oh, shoot, that old man took it. All right, well, let's present ourselves to the elders.
Yeah, it's easy enough to call for one of the we'll just call them cultists now.
Nobody, get over here. I need you.
He comes running over, kind of trips in the mud, and just, like smears mud.
Oh, God.
He's like, so they got to the bonfire down by the beach, so it's, at least it looks nice, but Wrenz is down there right now. He's waiting for you. There's not really any elders left.
What do you mean there's not really any elders left?
But they got elderly and they died.
They what?
Yeah.
All of them?
Well, Wrenz is still around, but, that's what happens to old people who live on an island.
The entire Order.
Well, not the cultists, like the rest of us are still here, but
No one cares about the cultists. The Order is dead?
not like Wrenz is still, he's looking for new people.
But wait, Wrenz is like the human sort of like custodian.
He's the old guy that you met.
Right, yeah.
Wait, and he's in Asimar?
He was not. He was
No, wait,
human.
okay.
He's a human.
Wait, okay.
They were Asimar. They were powerful. How did they die?
God. Oh, well, maybe you should talk to him.
They died of boredom.
No, I think they just got old and died.
I'm sure the boredom didn't help.
Asimar do not get old and die.
I think there's some things you got to talk to Wrenz about.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you're wasting my time. Just take me to him. Take me to him or I'll blast you.
It's like, oh, okay. Oh,
No need
actually,
for
would you?
blasting.
I'll blast you anyway.
No blasting. We don't need to blast anybody. No.
He kind of half-heartedly leads you down to the beach, scan through the mud. You see the sun starting to go down a little bit as you see this big bonfire. It literally just looks like they took logs of trees and stacked them on the beach, and Wrenz is sitting there. The wind is coming off the ocean. It's like it's if you didn't see the jungle and like the mess of a compound that was behind him, it actually looks like a nice like white sand beach. You can hear like the waves just like rolling in, and he's just standing there as the sun goes down. He's been like that front half of him is illuminated by the fire, and the wind's catching like all the light's catching all the details on his face, like all the sunken wrinkles and whatnot, and like his worry lines. And as he's just standing there with his hands clasped in front of him, as you come up into the fire's giving off quite a bit of heat and quite a bit of light.
Way to bury the lead, old man. Why didn't you tell me the elders had died?
Yozef, running this organization is a complicated business.
You didn't run this organization. The elders did, and now they're gone?
And you gave him his money.
And what happened to that money?
The money is being distributed to the compound to add for maintenance. We were frankly surprised you even came back.
What do you mean what would they even buy? Never mind. Why are the elders gone? How did they die?
I feel like you're skipping over the fact that they were clearly trying to kill you. Or at least get rid of you.
When a young man grows up, we wanted to make you feel comfortable. So we used our illusion magics to make your caretakers seem like you. They were all human. We are all part of the order. Is there can only be one of you and many of us. I apologize for the deception, but it was done all to make sure you were comfortable growing up.
What about all the beatings? What about all the whippings? What about all the life is ending, your life is meaningless, go get us 1,000 dragons? What about all of that?
That is all true, but we did not want you to... You have an amazing... And sorry, I forgot to mention this earlier. You do see like he has like those golden black squiggles all over him. It says you have an untapped potential of power, and we did not want to rile that up.
So wait, your island is not infested with all-powerful warlocks.
Oh, there are warlocks here. They're just not Asimar.
Oh. Can we meet them?
I think for safety's sake, no.
Whose safety? Ours or yours?
I believe everyone's safety would be in jeopardy.
So there was no powerful order? This was all a trick?
Oh, this is the powerful order. We are doing what we do. But we just had to make sure you were taken care of before we sent you off into the world.
Why did you send me?
To collect 1,000 dragons.
Why? You didn't need it.
Oh, you see him motion back towards the compound. It's like, we clearly did. We do not leave. We do not exit into the jungle. All our supplies come from pirates who come to ship and celebrate and cut loose, as the young people say.
Ah, the non-orgy orgies.
YOLO.
I pirates are the definition of YOLO.
YOLO, a pirate's way for me.
I'm kind of stunned by all this information. Maybe someone can...
Yeah, Yosef, you look a little pale there, my friend. I know that your whole upbringing has been a lie, but we need you here with us.
Why tell me now? Why not keep up the illusion?
Well, my time is coming to an end, Yozef, and I have to make sure that everything is ready and the next generation of elders are prepared.
Are you asking me to lead this cult?
No, I am actually asking you to head out and find a new source of power.
I thought it was here. I feel something here.
It is not sustainable. We function off of people who come to the island. We need a new source of power, an infinite source of power.
Well, I don't need to go out and find it. I've already found it. Let me tell you something, old man. If everything goes according to plan, we are going to get hundreds, perhaps thousands of potential followers sailing to this island. Appealing?
You seem kind of take like that old man's eye. It is not a matter of thousands. It is a matter of millions.
In that case, we have knowledge of an ancient artifact hidden in the volcano that may allow us to summon such power. Anything you know anything about that?
Everyone give me an insight check.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Only a 7 for me.
8.
22.
Nice.
Wayrocket, you see for like just a brief shimmer of a moment, his eyes go wide, and you're not sure if at first you weren't sure if it was the light catching like the corneal bone of his skull, but then he immediately realizes that he's facing people he's never seen before. He says, "Tell me more about this idol in the volcano."
Well, we don't really know what it looks like. We've just heard legend of an amazing magical force that could potentially hold life and death in the balance.
He says, "Well, the jungle is deadly. The volcano is even deadlier.
Oh, good.
It is suicide to
Oh,
venture out there."
let's go home.
Wait, you don't have any like secret passages in there? Maybe like an ancient temple full of,
Doom?
dome? That'd be great.
The Temple of Kalima.
Yeah, maybe just like you've been here all this time. You haven't built a volcano-side temple?
No, our focus has been on worship and cultists and the harnessing of power.
Frankly, a missed opportunity. It's a very nice view. It intimidates your enemies. Very holy places, volcanoes.
When we set up our resort, it's going to be first on the list.
The jungle is dangerous. We used to send people out to gather food and resources, and we'd send out many, and few would come back.
The unlucky few. I remember those days.
So we stopped doing. We have not even ventured close to the volcano.
Well, step aside, old man. We're going to venture close to that volcano and discover the secrets within.
It's Yozef. I must be against this decision. It is exceptionally foolish and stubborn to think you could get to the volcano. That jungle will literally eat you alive.
That would mean more if you weren't some horrible old man who deceived me about my past and possibly killed my parents.
I'd like to roll an insight on him about if his, does it seem like concern for Yozef or more like hiding? I rolled a nat 20, so it's 28.
You've seen this type of attitude before, seeing people work deals and stuff like that. This is definitely, you get the feeling that it's not out of Yozef's safety. It's more of him actually getting to the volcano. The way he's like putting inflection on certain questions and whatnot, where it's
Right.
like it's not about Yozef's journey there. It's about if Yozef gets to the end.
Okay.
So wait, he sent you away. Why did he send you away again then?
He's saying to become a full and realized being and to find a new power source.
It's bullshit. It's just the same old bullshit. It doesn't matter if there were warlocks. It doesn't matter if it was just some old man. Old man, we're through dicking around here. We're going to that volcano. We're going to slay whatever's inside it. And we're going to retrieve that artifact. And you can either help or you won't help. But either way, I definitely might burn you. I picked up more than a couple tricks while I was in Waterdeep, and many of them are lethal. I'm just going to do just like a quick sacred flame I'm going to snap in his face and send up just like a quick sacred flame.
As like a display thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to hurt him. Yeah.
Yeah. So give me some flavor, some color on what the sacred flame looks like as it erupts from your hands.
It's going to come up from my hand and sort of like the ball of fire will form. Just like I'm going to like imbue it with like a temporary burning spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll like go up, sort of form into a skull, be like, "Woo!" And then it'll like dissipate.
Yeah. You see the squiggly sigils and runes on his body flash up, and you see him actually take like a shudder forward, almost like he's taking in a deep breath.
Ooh, didn't like that. Could it be that I'm absorbing whatever remains of your magical energy, and I'm going to give him a couple pokes, see if I can feel anything?
Stops that. That's
Am I doing it?
very annoying. Please
Stop losing your power.
Please stop.
Stop losing your power
Please
to me.
Stop. That is not kind. It's when you do make like contact, like flesh on flesh, you do see any sigils that's close to it kind of lights up gold, and like almost like if you were putting your finger into a pond and rippling out.
Oh, do you see this, guys? I bet this island is lousy with this stuff.
No, I don't see it.
And Malika like switches on her like magical
Oh, yeah.
detect thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just like, I do actually.
See, it's happening. Thank you, Amalika. Thank you.
Amalki, and you can see the runes on Yozef, and give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh my god, my eyeballs! I am so blind. Also, these dice. Is that a 5 or a 3? I mean, either way, it's not very good. Oh wait, I have 7 in Arcana.
Yeah, because you're now super smart, remember?
Because of that headband.
Yes, headband. I'm a genius. Math. 12.
12. That's good enough. You see, it seemed like the two sides of a math formula coming together for the first time, and it's
Math is something I understand as a smart person.
and you can see every time Yozef touches Wrenz that it's like the sigils combine, and you see like this flux of power that's almost like an anime Super Saiyan, like boom, almost like a gong going off of just like immense power anytime the two make contact with each other.
Ooh. Yeah, some of these powers actually make me like a tad bit concerning, like just like a little bit. Like not
Yeah.
currently a cause for alarm, but like to be honest, these sigils and runes and stuff are like reacting very strangely to each other.
I gotta ask you, what was your name again?
Wrenz.
Wrenz? Wrenz, you don't seem like a big fan of the warlocks.
No, the warlocks are some of the most important people on the island.
So how do they play into this though?
How do you feel about them? Are they your buddies? Are they your mentors? You
Yeah.
seem
They're essential to our ideology. They're up there with the clerics and the paladins.
you have paladins of Poo Bash?
Yes,
You believe in the Poo Bash.
yes.
I'm just trying to get what were lies and what weren't lies in Yozef's upbringing.
Well, some lies were necessary to keep him safe. Some lies were necessary to keep his power from exploding out uncontained. So some lies were necessary.
Well, I'm all grown up now. Are you going to help us or not?
I will not help you walk into the certain death with the jungle and the volcano.
So you'd rather us die unprepared?
I'd rather you not risk it at all. If you,
I mean, we're gonna, so like, let's just like skip ahead and like, we're gonna do it. So you can choose to assist us and maybe help us not die, or at least not die as quickly. I'm like not personally fond of the idea of my soul being in that black cauldron thing. Like Carl's very happy to be a ghost, but like, I don't think Waywalking and I want that.
Then you should leave the island then.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen either.
Well, then you are at a conflict of your own decision making.
Okay, well, you have been very unhelpful. Like, very, very unhelpful. And I think Yozef would agree that his whole upbringing was mostly also very unhelpful.
You killed my parents.
You did.
Raised me in this shithole. Sent me on a dangerous adventure that left me squaring off with a master wizard. Now, how
Like
is
5
that?
of them. It was an amazing fight. With
Carl.
5 Manchus. It was
Just-
great. He was a hero. Saved Waterdeep.
I saved Waterdeep. I'm a hero, and I am a leader of the future. So listen up, old man. And here I'm going to grab him, sort of like an Italian Nona, like grabs you by the mouth.
Just squish his cheeks a little bit.
You tell me everything you know about where we're going and how do we get to this artifact, or I swear to the absence of God that I will drain you dry.
Give me an intimidation check.
Yeah.
It is only a 10.
He got a 15 on his resistance, and he says, Yozef, if you want my advice... Yozef, if you want my advice, leave the island. Never come back.
I mean, I'd also actually be down with that. I have a feeling you guys are, but like, I'm still okay with that, just for the record.
I actually got the vibe that you've wanted us to leave from the second we got here. Would you say that's fair?
If that was not obvious off the start, then you should definitely not go into the jungle.
You know what? I will not take your advice because now I'm a hero and this is my island now. And I am going to attempt to I don't really have a spell for this, but I guess I have been sort of practicing. I'm going to just try to like suck some power out of him.
Everyone in front of, I guess there's just Amalika, Carl, and Waywalket.
And maybe some cultists like watching.
No,
I guess. They're all gone.
They're
No,
all
wait.
gone.
Yeah.
You see kind of like this brilliant radiant light form on Waywalket's hand. It starts to go up his forearms, and these sigils that he was talking about burst into view.
Oh.
And you see, but they're not black. They don't shimmer like that black and gold. They're just gold radiant light, and you can see like there's light being like pulled out of his eyes, his mouth, his nose. As
This is pretty weird, dude.
I
Who'd
told
have thought
you,
you'd taste
right?
so good, old man?
Oh, whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that got
that's-
dark.
Yeah, that's like cannibalism light. Like,
but you see, Wrenz isn't fighting at all. He's just letting it happen. Like he's. I'll give you one chance if you want to stop him. If not, then.
I mean, I'm 100% in on this. Yeah.
Yozef, what are you doing, buddy? What are we doing here?
We're killing evil wizards, Waywalker.
I mean,
it's
he's not
what
a wizard.
we do.
He's just a human.
What do you mean he's not a wizard?
He's
Look at
an
all
old
this
man.
magical energy that came from. He's like a
he's
wizard
pulling
juice box.
He's pulling a lot more power than you thought he had in him. Like he's kind of like a battery at this point. He's going.
Wait, Waywalker, this is not good.
This is for the chaos parties. This is for my parents. This is for that weird anti-Christmas thing you did.
Yozef, buddy, I think he's got the message. Yozef.
But
You
he's
might
still
need him.
not helping.
Last chance in 5, 4.
I'll try.
Slap him.
I'll take out his legs. I'll do a little like leg tackle.
Give me a grapple check versus. So it'd be your strength athletics versus versus Yosef's strength athletics or acrobatics. But because you're grappled somebody, Yozef, you're at disadvantage for your check.
Okay.
So you can choose athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Waywalket, you have to do.
I have to do athletics.
I will go with acrobatics because it's a slightly better chance.
Oh, yeah, this is-
13.
Yeah, this is not going to go well for me. No, I got an 8.
So you see Waywalket try and tackle him. Yozef, you have a little gnome trying to like wrestle you to the ground.
Oh, he's getting a boot right to the
No,
face.
stop it.
But he feels stronger than you thought he was before. As he drains all the light out of Wrenz, he drops to the ground. His skin has turned like this pale gray, no life left in him whatsoever, like no smoke or anything like that. Amalika, through your detect magic, his runes are gone.
This is concerning. I feel like this is a turning point.
Yeah, that was pretty villainous, my friend.
I think that went fantastic.
That's even more troubling.
We
Yeah,
didn't have to
truly.
infiltrate the order. We didn't have to eat
I kind of
dinner.
think that's like what every villain says after somebody confronts them after they do a really scary murderous thing, because that's like what you did, and then like they're like, that was bad, and then they're just like, or was it? And you're like, yes, it really was.
I mean, that guy was an evil wizard who murdered my family and was withholding secrets and power from us.
The actual bad news is that you don't know any of that. You don't know if he killed your parents. You don't know anything. It could not have been him. It could have been literally any of the other evil wizards on this island.
Which there are many.
Apparently. And now we've killed one of their key people. We gotta get the bleep out of here.
Like one of the only remaining key people.
Apparently.
We're not going anywhere until we finished our heroic mission to liberate the people of the island.
Yeah,
Have you forgotten about those?
I just want to point out that I'm not above saying I told you so and that this trip was a bad idea.
Well,
You're never above
we're here
saying
because of
I
your
told you so.
evil mom.
Yeah, don't forget your evil mom.
I mean, but I was against helping, to be fair.
How many old wizards have she drained of power? Probably a bunch.
Yeah, but again, I was against helping her.
Look, you want to see heroism? Check this out.
I'm thinking actually we should get out of
Yeah,
the...
I
We
think
should
this
head
is-
towards the volcano to get the heck out of here.
Wait, what? That
I'm
doesn't
saying
make
that...
sense.
what I'm saying is that, like,
The cultists
these
are probably
cultists
not going to be very happy.
are going to be pretty mad that we killed
Yeah,
their leader,
I think
and we should
that
get
too.
out of this village
Yeah,
immediately.
I think
No,
that-
they're going to be thrilled.
Are they though?
Well, hold on. I'll say this in character. Like, well, you've just killed their leader. They're going to be angry at us. We got to get to the
You see
island.
Carl say, whoa. He was an old guy.
He was an old guy, and you would be surprised at how receptive these people are to someone getting killed.
Also, who else was there? It's like, it's Amalika, it's Waywocket, it's Yozef, it's me.
You think they're going to trust us, the outsiders?
They
Gonna
really
trust
don't like us.
Anyone. Watch
I don't
this.
know.
Watch this.
Oh no.
People of the island, assemble. I'm going to just fire some Eldritch Blasts in the air, trying to get
You see,
Chaos Party or something over here. Important Aasimar speaking.
you see people come actually with a slight jog, and you think it probably has more to do with someone mentioning Chaos Party as they come trotting down to the beach, and they all like come around. There's Wrenz, like his hands are kind of like gnarled over as he's just on his back on the beach, skin just pale gray as people come around, like, and they all kind of like not do like a shocking gasp, but just like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it happened, folks. He died. He finally died. But anyway,
Natural causes, we think.
You don't even need to roll a medicine check. The gray skin is probably a good indication that it's not natural causes.
It's very dark here. It's very dark.
listen, my friends. And how many, how many people did I get
Say
here?
about 25 to
That's
20.
not bad. And like, how many in total? Like maybe like
On the island,
250?
on the island, you're probably pushing 300, 400
Okay,
people.
yeah, that makes sense. My friends, it finally happened. Friends has finally left us. Many of you know me as the heroic Aasimar leader, Yozef, child of the cult, deliverer of the message. I have returned from Waterdeep and brought you not 1,000, but 2,000 dragons to clean this place up a bit. And with the death of Wrenz, I now declare myself your absolute scion and leader. Long live me! I'm going to look to them for some sort of reception.
They see just acceptance that you don't need to roll for it. The way their life is on this island, they've seen people live and die constantly, that it's just doesn't faze them very much. And you see them like, all right, he's the new leader now. Like, there's no revelry or celebration like back in Waterdeep, but there's just an acceptance that, all right, Wrenz is dead. Yozef is is now the guy in charge.
You know, it occurs to me that we've had a lot of these kind of gatherings where the old leader keeled over and someone said, I'm the leader now, and not much has changed. But now things have changed. This is your opportunity, people, to retake your life. Become a person of meaning, of purpose, of fortune either. We are going to venture into the jungle and retake the holy temple and seize power for ourselves. No longer will you fall asleep on the beach. No longer will you forget where your house is. No longer will you burn down someone else's house for no reason. From now on, we are going to stop living for today and start living for the future. My friends, yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is ahead. And I'll fire an Eldritch Blast into the air.
There's a muted response, and it's Waywalk and Namalka. You're expecting like the revelous cheer from Waterdeep. This is a bit more unsettling to you because there's acceptance there, but they don't feel the need to celebrate. They're just going with the flow.
You see how much this place sucks? I'm killing it out there.
I mean, you're killing something, but it wasn't them.
You see one hand go up from the crowd. Kind of like raise his hand to ask a question.
Yes. You have a question.
Does that mean you're now going to live in Wrentz's house?
Yes. And, you know, I'm going to need a bunch of you to take us there and get it set up nice.
We're not allowed in the inner court area.
You know, that is just one of those things that's going to change.
Cool.
So I need a brave band of volunteers.
Why don't we maybe go check it out, like before, to see if there's anything there that could help us in the jungle?
Yeah.
Before they clean it up, though.
Oh, I see. Like before they... Yeah, I mean, I think we should get like a couple of them to kind of like escort us in as sort of like, you know, early followers / human shields.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So we need a couple human shields /
You
true
already-
believers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, lean on true believers.
You know, this
Yes,
isn't
yeah.
Waterdeep. You don't have to sugarcoat it with these people.
They nod and acknowledge.
I think you need to sugarcoat it for me. Like I'm uncomfortable.
We need a bunch of recently saved lost souls to prove their fealty to our new and budding religion by helping us explore the inner courts.
This place is far worse than I thought.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I continue to be concerned.
And, you know, anyone who's not going, you know, spread the message, tell your friends, make some friends, and tell them. If you don't remember their names, just ask them. If you don't remember your name, just make something up.
Try to keep it consistent from day to day, though.
Yeah.
It's very useful.
Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is ahead. Say it to everyone. It works. It's branding.
You hear a couple.
It's the miracle of branding.
You hear a couple of mumblings.
Really as good as actual faith.
You see three people say like, "Oh, we can lead you to the inner court if you like. We're not going to go inside. It's forbidden for us to go past that gate, though."
You know, I am your leader now, and I'm saying it's not forbidden. But you know, we'll work it on the way. Lead on.
You make your way back into the main compound area. Your fireplace is still there in the middle of the courtyard.
Do I feel stronger?
You feel strong, like it's starting to fades very quickly. But you can definitely see there's no sigils on people here. And when you get to the inner courtyard, the one cultist who was just standing there going like, "Oh, I heard Wrenz is dead. So I guess you're the new Wrenz now."
I'm the new Wrenz. Tomorrow's a new day. We're starting a whole new thing around here. Get with it.
He says, "Okay, well, I guess you went into the inner court then."
Absolutely. And you know, for the first time, I want you to come with me.
Oh, I can't do that.
Of course you can.
I've been told I'm not allowed in there.
Well, I am the new leader now, and I'm telling you that it is your right to be in there. What's your name?
It's Stoltz, I think. I think that's what it was, what people called me before I came here.
You know, it's a pretty rough name. Give yourself a rebrand.
I always wanted to be a Mira.
Mira, welcome to the inner circle. And I'm going to sort of Obama clasp him and just give him that meaningful look.
Yeah. He opens the door for you, and it's like someone opened up a door to paradise. There's like torches, there's luscious hanging trees and gardens on the inside. There's a fountain that's like springing up and creating like this awesome water garden. You can smell food, cooking.
What the shit?
What the shit? They had actual food in
There's
here?
like the floor has like
That's
patio
the only
stones.
thing that you're like, everything in here.
There's like you see the same style of villa huts, but they're like beautiful and painted in like yellows and blues and oranges, and there's like beautiful thatch roofing on it, and you can feel kind of like this magical, kind of like almost like misty air conditioning. So like that humidity just breaks as soon as you cross over the threshold.
It's almost like the cult only profited the leaders.
It's an oligarchy.
You can hear like like tropical birds like chittering and singing off. Like it actually looks and feels quite.
Can
nice
we
here.
actually just stay
So
here
have
for
I
the rest
seen
of the
this
trip?
before?
You've never seen.
I've
this
never seen this before.
Let's just stay here.
Yeah, pretty swank accommodations.
This is going to make a great honeymoon villa when we open up this place.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to live here if you were going to stay.
I am going to stay.
But you're going to have the... Okay, I don't want to know.
I'm
want-
going to need a bigger place than this.
I think he wants to turn this place into a tourist trap.
Mmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full of the undead. That's going to be a real knock against your review score.
Still, but wouldn't this make a great sort of walled resort for sort of like adventurous swinging couples?
You do see a sign that says on one of the patio path or the patio stone path. You see a sign that says Shrine of the Poo Bash Aboo.
See? Wait, Shrine of the Poo Bash Aboo?
Mm-hmm.
This is me reacting to a sign. Okay, I'm gonna run.
Did you saw the sign
I'm
and it
gonna-
opened up your eyes?
It opened up
You
my
saw the
eyes.
sign.
You do read all writing.
I'm just gonna run down that path. I'm so curious to see what
It's
would a
got
shrine do.
beautiful ferns that kind of just like decorate the path, and like little like yard markers and benches just like sit off like that fresh breeze. There's like toucans and other like tropical birds like parrots and macaws just like kind of flying by. You don't feel any mosquitoes, even though it's like prime mosquito time. It feels like this perfectly kept environment as you see this beautiful green stone building with kind of like this ziggurat style structure, like a small ziggurat, as you go running up the stairs, and you come in and there's a small little shrine. It's got like a luminous ball of light on a small little altar and various figures and symbolic items dressed around the room. I'm gonna need everyone to give me a religion check.
Okay.
A 9.
What does that say? Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
16 for Way
16.
Watchers.
Everyone else, Malika and Yozef, you come in and you're like, oh wow, this is beautiful. It's elaborate. There's candles and this beautiful glow of firelight, and there's like a place to sit down and worship. Waywalk, your scamming spidey sense is firing off like mad right now. You're looking around. It seems to be people have just put religious items in here because they're religious items and don't really have. In fact, you recognize like a couple of other religious items here.
Yeah, wait. There's a thing for core, Paylor, Bahamut?
Yeah, it's
What?
It's a confused. It's like someone went to various different gift shops and just like put things in here.
Ha, it's very inclusive. A little bit diametrically opposed in this case.
What about this thing? Is it powerful? Can I have its power? I'm poking at this.
Yeah, there's
glowing
no
orb.
sigils in here either. There's none whatsoever. And it's in Waywalk, you get the feeling that this doesn't have a guidance or a purpose or other than just to appear. Like there's no focus. There's not like when you went to like the temples in Waterdeep where it was like focusing on this deity, this idea of worship. This is just
And there's nothing unique
Hodgepodge.
about
No.
like there's nothing that I have never seen before because the Poo Bash is like everything here is pretty familiar from
there's a couple
knowledge.
things like but that stand out that you don't recognize.
Right.
But they're all you think it's part of the same theme of
Right, like that's a harvest god and there's a death god.
exactly.
Okay.
Well, it's something here.
Which one did they
Yozef.
say is the Poo Bash?
None of them. It kind of looks like they just found some religious-y stuff and painted it all the same color.
Why? Who would they be trying to deceive?
I think you and themselves?
Okay, I guess I'll sort of stroll dumbfounded out of this hut.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have? Did the cultists follow us into the circle?
They did, but they're very slow. Like they are like wide-eyed, like what is this? Like it's something
It's very nice in there.
something they've never experienced before.
Is anyone else that we can, if I scan and take a look for people who are watching us?
They close the door behind them, so
Okay.
there's like these 4 people in here, and you.
Gotcha.
So what is like the layout of this place? Like,
I think it was kind of like a big circle or like an oval shape, and then this path goes up and around the oval, and the main structure at the middle of the oval is Wrentz's house. The Poo Bash Aboo shrine is like up in the top, like the northwest part of it.
okay, so it's kind of like a manor sort of thing. So it's like the outside is like all this stuff, and then there's the actual
Yeah, and then there's
house and
also
stuff.
like various villas and
So
stuff.
we're
like,
still like outside.
you're like on the outer shell
yeah.
of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the other villas, do we see any like activity?
Give me the perception or investigation check, your choice.
Well, I'll always choose investigation. It's a 16.
Oh, mine's the exact same for both of them. So, god damn it,
Oh, no.
7.
16 for me.
Time to retire those dice, Steph.
Oh, and I'm also gonna send Carl
Carl,
out
right?
on
All right,
the
give me
recon.
a check for Carl as well.
God damn it.
Carl also gets a 16.
Wow. So Yozef and Waywocket and Carl, you guys go around and you look inside, and these villas look like they've been lived in, but not for a really long time. In fact, Carl actually finds what appears to be the remains of someone who just like, it looks like they passed away in their sleep, and they're just like a set of bones and clothes inside their bed.
How nice were the clothes?
They looked they looked like what Wrenz was wearing, but like cleaned and tailored and had like silver threads and gold threads in them and stuff like that.
Was Wrenz the last of the Poo Bash? No, he said that there were more. It's too bad he's not alive so we can ask him more questions.
We asked him a ton of questions and he didn't say anything.
I mean, but he might have warmed up to us.
Well, let's ask his house. I'm guessing I'm gonna wing open the door to his house. and-
There's absolutely no closed doors here. They're all open concept
Sure.
stuff. But you walk in and it looks, Wrenz was living a life. This is like cherry oakwood furniture, like cold marble floors, wrought iron benches and whatnot. And there's like a fountain inside his foyer, and there's like magical orbs of light just hanging down, and look closer to the Growlhuns from Waterdeep in their style of living than what you've seen on the rest of the island.
I think you just gave him 2,000 dragons to like upgrade his digs.
Yeah, that pond is immaculate. It's like dwarves built it. Maybe they did.
You know, they criticized me for killing him, but that miserly old man was keeping it all to himself.
Yeah, I mean, he is definitely a piece of shit. Like, that's like
I mean,
true.
unless we can resurrect his ghost.
Don't
Maybe
give
You
him
can do
any
that.
ideas.
You can totally do that. If he's dead now,
Oh no.
he goes into the pot.
Oh yeah, should we give that a shot?
Well, let's look. Do you want to look around first? Let's see if there's anything we can see. And
Yeah, let's see if he got some magical artifacts.
So
we can
far,
help
all the
ourselves.
ghosts haven't known who they are, so that's going to be a bit of a dead end.
It might. Well, it would probably be different for him.
Could be. Anyway, yeah, let's do a traditional, old-fashioned tactile snoop, and then we'll look to the mystic arts.
But I mean, don't bust up anything. I mean, we
Who
can
said
have
we were
the
gonna
black
bust this up?
staff here.
you're the only one that's like, on like a destruction
Yeah,
train
you
here with the
constantly
murder.
want to destroy things
Yeah.
and burn them down. I am the one
You
who keeps
got
things
here,
nice.
and we're kind of just like doing a murder, and then you were like, "Hey, everybody, chaos party!" So like,
I know the mending spell also.
All I destroyed was the legacy of a mean old man who took everything from these people and used it to build a fountain shaped like a fish.
I mean, you're not wrong, but then also you kind of just murdered him.
Now, was it a murder or did he die of natural causes?
It was a murder.
It was a murder,
It was a
Kyle,
murder.
or inside.
Yeah,
So it's a natural murder cause.
It was a natural murder.
yeah.
You're
if
right.
by yeah.
Yeah. Good work, Carl. You really semanticed your way out of that one.
That's what I do.
Carl, I want you to kind
Murdered by magic.
of buzz outside. Let's actually get rid of the cultists, not by killing them, but, say
Escorting
that
them off the property.
we've discovered something very exciting here and we're getting it ready for everyone, and don't tell anyone about this place yet, and there will be a special blessing from Lord Yozef.
He said, on it. You hear him flutter.
Don't let them eat you.
And he says, all right, guys, I'm going to need you to go outside. Forget what you've seen here. This is going to be a special announcement. The High Lord Yozef himself is going to bless everyone, and it's going to be a great surprise for everyone. I don't want to spoil anything, but pizza, it's going to be great.
Did they buy it?
You see them begin to walk away.
I mean, you could actually just get them pizza. It doesn't even need to be a lie.
I didn't bring that many baking supplies. I have a lot of dry rations.
We could go home, bring pizza, come back. But just saying, for later.
It's a lot of takeout. It's a lot of magical powers just for a quick stopover. Anyway, well, we'll see.
All right. Let's look at the place.
I don't know if head office is made of star charts.
All right,
Let's
so
search
I'll
the
say,
house.
so
Wait, we already have the star charts, though. We only need the one.
But to come back, we need another star chart.
No, we don't.
You do need it, but
Yeah.
you had them made last episode for a
Yeah.
return trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a return trip, but
Yes.
not another
Yes.
another round trip.
Gotcha.
So here's how this is going to work.
Photocopy.
You can either roll your own investigation rolls, or one of you can help somebody else out for advantage.
You want to? I have a +10 investigation. I am an expert investigator.
I'm not a
Yeah,
very
I
good
have
investigator.
I have a +4, so
guess-
I can help. But
I guess I'll help you out.
Okay, so Waywalkers.
Hello. Check under the seam over here.
It's a 25.
All right,
25.
sorted.
Actually, I'm going to do my own investigation.
Sure,
Can
well-
I sense any sort of like that magical mojo?
You don't see any visible here, no. There's no magical mojo here.
Well, I only rolled a 4.
Yeah. Waywalk it. You immediately go for the desk and writing.
It's always the classic. The desk.
You see a couple of papers, and it's just literally like a list of names of people like next to become elders, and there's apparently like a ceremony. Like it's like if someone was just briefly brainstorming what a ceremony to the absence of the Poo Bash Aboo would be. And you read through it, and it's like it's nothing fancy. It's just literally he draws mud on their face and says, "You're an elder now." Boom, you get to live in the villa. But when you go searching through and you go through his drawers, you actually feel like a little bit of a click, and a secret ledger drops from the bottom of the desk.
It's always in a secret drawer.
Murder, she wrote.
And as you flip it open,
Angela Lansbury.
it seems to be almost like a daily log or a daily journal, and you get kind of shocked when you read that this whole cult doesn't actually worship the island doesn't actually worship the Poo Bash Aboo. And we're going to take a break right there.
Yay!
Oh no!
This was no cult.
Secret ledgers? Hidden compartments? Questions of it being actually a cult? Well, if you had your money on it being a giant sham, you get ready to collect. We'll see where it goes. Thank you for listening so far. Thank you for joining along in the journey. We're glad to have you with us. We're glad you are safe and sound and washing your hands and making sure that you're keeping everyone else around you healthy. So we got some things to talk about at the break before we jump back in. First of all, episode 6 next week is going to be the last one before we go on our break, but we do have some intermittent Brightwood Academy episodes to fill in some gaps as we try and get our technical requirements ready so we can start recording from from location or remotely. I guess recording remotely is the proper word to use. So when we get that figured out, we will jump right back into it when we get the episodes up and going. Until then, we hope you enjoy the Brightwood Academy. We hope you enjoy the break, and we hope you stick around. Secondly, the giveaway contest for the Unbridled anthology of Hags and Unicorns is going to start next week. The contest will run from Monday, April 20th to Monday, May 11th, and it's going to be really easy to enter. Going to do it via Twitter, going to do it via Discord, so join up on those two. Give us a follow to get all the information about what's going to happen. How's it going to work? How are we going to win this copy of Unbridled? You are going to make the perfect D&D group. It's going to be 4 player characters from any of the 6 seasons, so season 1 through 6. make your best D&D group with the cast of characters that we've had so far. Give us a small reason why you think it's awesome. We'll throw you into a pool, and then the current cast will vote on who we think has the coolest idea. And if you win, you will win a copy of the Unbridled Anthology, which I have an adventure in, which you can currently purchase now on the DM's Guild, but you will win your own copy if you come up with the coolest group composed of, it's kind of like an all-star game of all the previous characters on the Diecast podcast. So that's how you enter. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast to get all the information and news about this contest. Secondly, also join our Discord so you can join in all the cool conversations and get more information and see what everyone else is posting as well. Remember, only one entry per person, and we'll see what everyone comes up with. So that is it for me. Let's jump right back into this. We got a lot of lore and history to go over about the island of the Poo Bash Aboo. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can join us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow. It would help us out a lot. Also on any app that plays a podcast. Again, a rating, a review does a ton of heavy lifting for us. It would help us out so much if you did that. We'd appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can find us on YouTube, on our Discord server, and of course on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. I think that's it. Stay safe, everybody. Check in on your loved ones. Wash your hands. We love you so much. We'll get through this together, and hopefully we'll get back to normal soon. I love you all, and I will see you in the future. We are back. We have discovered some things. We have murdered an old man.
No.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Yozef and Carl.
Well, I mean, I guess John allowed it to happen.
True.
So
You gave us options, but I suppose I could have helped.
I rolled a die. It didn't help.
I could have helped, though.
The Poo Bash Aboo is a work of fiction, Yozef.
So what you have, it's almost like a personal log entry of Wrenz since like he ascended to elder statesman of the island of the absence of the Poo Bash Aboo.
Wait, it's not like a dear diary?
Was he a cultist beforehand?
He was a cultist beforehand.
Wrenz was a commoner, just like those schlubs, and he was elevated.
So the first thing that he gets is essentially like his accounting of records since he came up, is that the island is exactly what it is, the island of the absence of the Poo Bash Aboo, and he is part of a cult to prevent the Poo Bash Aboo from ascending to its full and true power.
They're trying to keep the Poo Bash from ascending. The Poo Bash is a creature that could be released. Or God?
I mean, this is all news to me. They told us that the Poo Bash was rotting the universe, that there was no gods, that all the gods were false. Does it mention me?
Actually, it mentions Asimar's quite a bit.
There's a lot of mentions of Asimar.
So that so you read through say it takes you like a couple hours to go over. Like it's a pretty thick journal.
We should grab a snack from what I presume is his magical fridge.
Yep.
Get some popcorn.
Oh, some bubbly, like.
Yeah. Munch on Carl.
So, what you've discovered is that Yozef has actually been Yozef for quite some time, and that the way it's supposed to work is that the Poo Bash Aboo is a god that's infected other gods, and when the time is right, it will end everything. It'll wipe out the universe. There's no afterlife, no elemental planes. Everything gets wiped out by the Poo Bash Aboo because he's acted kind of like a disease, and he's like in every deity, every concept.
It's a sentient virus.
So far, that tracks.
And that when the Poo Bash Aboo wipes everything out, everything resets again. And they're not sure how many cycles it's gone through. They have no idea about that, but they know it's happened at least once before.
Has there been 5 editions?
Actually,
read it in trade, folks.
In my notes, I do have it as 5 times. I think that was a happy coincidence, though. But every now and then an Aasimar will show up to the island, and the Aasimar is the key to the Ascendants.
Did they kill my parents? I'm, just out of curiosity.
I mean, they definitely did. Like, I don't even think we need to read the book. They did.
So,
Well, he'd write it in the book.
so
Sure.
what happens is that
I mean, we got to find out all about your dead parents. Like,
they try.
I mean, I would have been okay with them staying dead.
They've succeeded so far at causing the Aasimar to fall, like causing them to do a great evil and become a fallen Aasimar.
Uh-oh.
And they'll get them to kill someone, murder someone, and usually the modus operandi is that their parents feel drawn to bring the Aasimar to this island, and then they have the Aasimar kill their parents and then wipe their memory of it.
Yeah, he definitely killed your parents.
sounds more like I killed my parents. I'm like reading all languages over your shoulder.
Oh, fuck, I forgot you can read all languages. God damn it.
They
Yeah.
made me to it.
And essentially, if he ever becomes if he ever rises from being a fallen Aasimar, that is one step closer to just the extinguishment of the world. That if he somehow gets his hands and merges with this idol of spiritual conduction, that will be the onset of the apocalypse.
Look, there's that idol we're looking for.
So it's a known item to them. He was quite worried about you reaching the end of the journey, so that might explain why he was so upset. If you touching the idol could result in the kicking off of this calamity.
And like now I'm just like extra worried about all of the runes, and you're taking like if it's an amalgamation of like all of these deities, and he's just taking this religious energy from all of these beings, like that's like not good, right? Like that's like not good.
Definitely a little suspect. You yourself, I guess, are a patron.
Friends, I think this is wonderful news. I
I mean, you would.
all those religious services we saw in Waterdeep, so old hat. The religions are scattered. They're hoary. They're old-fashioned. Plus, they always told me that the rise of the Poo Bash Aboo is inevitable and that everything is crumbling and the world will end anyway. Now, not only is that not true, and I personally can save the world, well, I think we should maybe do a little spring cleaning on those dusty old religious beliefs.
I don't know if like I got that you specifically could save the world from that. Like I feel like I got the opposite.
Like you actually could
like,
cause the ending of the
that's
world.
what I got from that.
Well, I certainly won't do that with my devoted friends near me. And plus, look at
but
this
like you
bullshit.
did just do a murder, and we were like, no, don't do that, and you were like, nah, I'm gonna anyways.
Well, I didn't really see a lot of resistance. I mean, you just kind of stood there. You grabbed my leg. What was that?
It was me trying to stop you.
You know what?
Chill, he's very little.
Also using my words.
Yeah.
Stopping
So
evil
mighty.
wizards is what we do.
It's true. He's killed like 7 Manchunians.
Oh my
Oh, boy.
gosh, that number just
Think
keeps
of all
going
those
up
mansions
every
we
day.
killed.
It definitely like fluctuates. Like sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Like it kind of depends on who he's trying to showboat for.
Well, that man had his day in the sun, and now it is over. And look at these bullshit rituals. Putting mud on your face and saying, now you're an elder? Where's the flair? Where's the panache? My fake religion is going to be way better than this. And when I seize this idol and possibly become a real god, then there's no limit to how far we can go.
I had like a lot of concerns when we got to this island and before we got to this island. And like that has just like, there's no number for like the amount of concerns that I currently have.
You're giving all
And
the...
I'm good at math.
So what you're saying is you're giving all the fucks.
Yeah. I'm concerned.
There is an interesting note to that there seems to be a cycle of reincarnation for Yozef, that Wrenz has seen Yozef come back to the island about 2 or 3 times. That
Oh, it's a cat came back situation. So it wasn't, but why? What I don't understand about all this is like, if I'm so important and like if they recruited me, why are they trying to get rid of me?
you get the from Wrentz's own writings is that they know that if they kill you, you just come back.
Right.
And so it's kind of just points you off in a direction away from the island.
Right.
And then hope you just live out as long as possible before it begins all anew again.
And
So it's not just that they didn't like you.
Is that the word? You're going to cause the end of the world.
The end of everything.
End of everything, yeah. All the realms and all the planes. Something you said earlier, I just wanted a clarification. Adam is a fallen Aasimar. And the ritual is if he ascends to a protector Aasimar, that's when it kicks off.
And he merges with the Poo Bash Aboo.
Okay,
through the artifact.
So protector Aasimars can merge the artifact and then unleash the Poo Bash Aboo.
It's not protector Aasimars, it's Yozef specifically.
Oh, Yozef specifically. Okay.
I mean, aren't you happy we killed this guy? He had no answers. It was all in this book.
And wait, can we back up for one more second? So how does he ascend to the protector Aasimar thing? I don't get that. Help me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's a...
I could use some tips as well.
Yeah, maybe you plug your ears.
So it sounds like actually he doesn't need to ascend to merge.
No, he needs to get back up to protector Aasimar.
Okay, and then he can merge.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good news.
You're not sure on the because Wrenz wasn't sure about the mechanics of it. They only know about the idol.
Gotcha.
Their only thing was like about every 5 years, just go to the volcano, make sure it's still there. Like a adventuring party hasn't gone to recover it.
So in the my understanding of how the lore works for Aasimars is like they are heaven sent creatures, so frequently like born of devas and other sort of angelic beings, but they themselves once they're born they have sort of like 3 stages of like their alignment kind of. So protector Aasimars tend to be good aligned creatures, whereas fallen Aasimars tend to be Yozef. Neutral to evil.
So they forced me to kill my parents to make me fallen,
so that
I would not remake the universe.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then they've just been trying to get rid of me and delude me ever since.
Okay, so he can't be a good person, basically. So we have to keep him.
I'm a pretty good person.
We're
like good adjacent.
Good adjacent is like good enough for us.
And good enough for the world.
But also these are the writings of a person who was just a random dude until he ascended, quote unquote.
Oh, I thought you meant he died.
Does it mention what had happened to everyone else?
Just from looking around, it looks like everyone just died of old age.
So that was actually the only true thing.
I saw like an entry like I am the final warlock.
Yeah, like well, you saw it when he had like his list of next elders because he had been preoccupied because when Yozef came back for this round, he hadn't had those markings on him before, and they noticed that he had them now. So maybe something's happened or changed inside him that's given him more potency. He's channeled the Poo Bash Aboo much stronger and earlier than they anticipated.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Well,
yeah, this is a deep. I mean, this goes all the way back to our like second adventure. Because remember, every time I met someone religious, I would kind of have my like symbols moment. I guess that's what that was all about.
Yeah. The other thing he wasn't lying about was that the jungle and volcano are exceptionally dangerous.
Really rewards our consistent listeners.
Like we're really not considering going to get the idol still. Like, surely we should go home.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. This idol sounds incredibly dangerous in the hands.
All of us.
For all of us and reality.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about removing it from this plane of existence.
Ooh, what an excellent idea.
That way you can't trigger the end of the world, and Amamika can't, I don't know.
Yeah,
fuck your uncle.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, we don't know. That's also
that was off.
Pure speculation, I agree. We don't know if that's true yet, but it's definitely high on my list of why she wants
Uncle Daddy alive?
Uncle Daddy. Well, she didn't mention Uncle Daddy. She
True.
just wants
We
to bring
mentioned Uncle
back
Daddy.
your father, who, maybe was a big sweetheart. That's what Darlaxle said about him.
Friends,
Did he say that?
you have taught me that life is precious except for assholes. And you can trust me not to end the world. In fact, I feel relieved. You have no idea the stress of just knowing in your heart and being reassured day after day that the world is ending and there's no point of living. I've been given a new lease on life. I pledge to become a protector Aasimar for
That
the
is-
good of it.
The opposite of what we want currently.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
you know what? You gotta pick a side here, Amalika. You don't want me to kill people.
I mean,
you don't want me to
I
protect
think-
people. I mean, what would you have me do?
I mean, before
say
I
good
would have
adjacent.
been, like, all for you being a better person. Like, this is a good middle ground.
This is a good thing.
No. Like,
This is a great thing. I think
yo,
this is awesome.
Carl.
Carl's with me.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
put it
also-
to a vote.
He's like,
I actually also think that this is potentially a good thing, because I don't think Yozef, now that he has his money and potentially an island full of followers, wants to see those things turn into oblivion.
True.
His
But, like, what if he
self-motivation.
can't control that? Like, what if there's another component to this? Like, what if when it all kicks off, like, you lose control? Like, what
But
then?
what if someone does what your mother is presumably planning to do, possesses my body, and takes that choice away from me? That could very well happen. Tell her, Waywalker.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say it's actually very critical now that we recover this artifact, because if we just go back and say, it couldn't happen, this island is now protected by nobody. Just those dirt rags over there and the undead jungle between us.
Dirt
Or-
rags that deserve a
or
real home.
wait for it. We could just let Harko have this. He can do all the blood magic he wants. He has an island, and he watches things. Like, that's...
I actually trust Yozef with the reality with all of reality more than
Yeah,
Harko.
that's actually maybe fair. Let's take it. Maybe a little bit fair.
Yeah, you might as well give it to that apple-loving brat. Like,
Hey.
we
you
are
liked
the
him.
Trollskull Trio.
You liked him.
It's growing on me. But I have many responsibilities now. I'm leader of this island. I'm high priest of this cult. I had Carl tell them I was high priest now. Sounds good, right?
I said High Lord.
Ooh,
He can
Carl,
also
you put
send
your
his
own spin
cultists
on it.
into
I
this
love
island.
it.
And then we'll get our bar back.
I do like that.
Just think of it. Those dirty ruffians out there are finally going to live the high life that was denied to them, literally denied to them for so long. They had no idea this shit was here. That old fuck was just chilling out in this mansion, surrounded by all of these empty mansions, and those people have just been sitting around there eating dirt soup. Have you ever eaten dirt soup?
No, actually, maybe.
It tastes like what it sounds.
No, I put some berries in there whenever I was doing a dirt soup. Just a little, maybe a worm or two. Just give it a little protein.
Yeah, yep.
And flavor. Yeah,
Yeah.
worms, not so bad.
I was going to say the berries. Okay, well, I have reservations, but I
course.
see the value in what you're saying. And Yozef, I would like to believe in you and this. I'm just, overall a little bit worried about this idol. I just worry. But I agree. Maybe this is begrudgingly the good thing, the right thing to do.
What I think we should do, let's ransack this place for any mystical artifacts, some shiny armors, maybe things that will help Waywalk it with his struggling business.
Do you think there's anything about destroying the idol anywhere?
Possibly.
It might be worth looking in some of the other places just to see if any of the other elders had more ideas than this guy.
Then, I don't think my speech really impressed them out there, but man, once they get a look at this place and the life they could be living, they'll get to live in a nice house with a warm bed for once, and we'll definitely pick up, I'm gonna say, between 50 and 60, devoted followers with a new lease on life to follow us and take arrows for us and search around for us and die for us. And,
Okay. Well, I just don't want to die
think,
here.
Yeah, I also just don't. I don't know if we should go traipsing with a whole village of people. That's a lot of mouths to feed. I can only forage so much. So those guys might die in the forest.
Yeah, they don't
But
seem very
that's it. They're
self-sufficient.
used to the forest. They're wonderful at foraging.
I don't think they're used to the forest at all. The guy before you killed him said that they'd go into the forest and immediately die.
And that they also had stopped sending people in there a long time
because
ago
they kept dying.
of all the deaths.
Yeah, they said that.
If we don't have protection, you two might die, and your souls will become immediately trapped by,
I
I presume, the still burning sepulchre at the heart of the Isle of the Holy Absence of the Poo Bash Aboo.
Deeply hate that idea. Yeah.
I may die, be resurrected somewhere else with no knowledge of these events,
True.
find my way back to the island, seize the artifact for myself, and end the world.
We don't want that to happen, but I do think that bringing the people into the woods with us is probably just not great.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna
We
be
can
of
give
much
them another
help.
use. What else could they do, Waywalker? There's got to be something else.
Actually, from your notes, from Wrenz's notes, is that he doesn't know much about the idol, but he suspects that it's part of the transition of souls into kind of this holding pool they have, and that the only purpose of those the followers in the compound was just to power up the magics of the paladins, the clerics, and the warlocks. So essentially, just soul cattle.
Oh yeah, okay. These people just existed to power their own magics.
Yeah,
they're real dark. It's real power. People didn't really matter to them. We can't keep victimizing these people, Yozef. Especially if you're going to become a protector, Asimov. We got to protect these people.
Fine. But let's open the compound to it. Come on. You've seen these people. They're dirty. They're eating dirt. They deserve it.
They should live. Yes, exactly. I totally agree with you there. That those people should be living in these roofed buildings. The roofs alone is going to be a huge improvement for them.
They're going to love it. They're going to love it.
But if you want to bring more people here, we're going to have to work eventually on rebuilding everything else. And
that's a great thing for the followers to do. We'd be like, hey, followers, check out these roofed buildings. Maybe we need more roofed buildings outside for more brethren.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they can. They can crash here for the night. But we actually, before they crash in here, we should do a little additional snoops.
Yeah, I think so.
So many.
All right, let's snoop.
All right, everyone, give me investigation rolls.
Let's see if this dice is any better.
Just 10 for me.
Oh, okay.
20,
18.
23.
23 and 18. All right, so for 23, Waywalk It, you continue searching the desk, and you feel up for where that journal fell down from that little secret compartment, and you actually do feel it's almost like tied by string, and you snap it off. You see this little wrought iron key.
Oh.
Hey, this desk's paying out.
Amalika, you find it appears to be the writings of a warlock who had passed away a couple months ago, and this person seemed to be an expert at arcane knowledge and how they theorized this soul transference idol works. And essentially they don't know how it's come to be or how long it's been there. This soul trap thing has always been on this island, but it works very similar to what they feel the death curse was like. When the death curse happened, this stopped working because the souls would go somewhere else instead of into their own pot. But it has a very similar functionality to it. And that's when it came back on. They thought that Yozef's power came from the fact the death curse happened. That whatever version he came back as, he was a bit more jacked up because he had to compensate for the soul curse. But you get the feeling that anything on this island that dies within range of this idol gets sucked into it and then shot out somewhere else.
Okay.
And you get the idea that this kind of melds and mixes with how your mom kind of wants to use it. To pull a soul from one place and shoot it into another place.
Would you? I'm not going to. Okay, well, that's concerning.
Did I learn anything for 10?
You learned that there are cookies.
It's dusty.
Yeah.
And a bottle of champagne.
Here's to you, old man.
Poop. It's like, yeah, cookies and champagne. This is truly a tropical paradise.
Carl, I'm sorry I never learned anything about you.
From what it looks like, my life was pretty crap there anyways. I'm happier here.
You know, Carl, I think your new life is off to a great start. And then I'm going to just pour some champagne on Carl.
Champagne dreams. So it's Waywalk and Amalka kind of like bump into each other in the hallway, both holding their books.
I found a key.
I found a whole bunch of stuff on this idol.
Oh, great. Mm-hmm. Did you see any keyholes?
I did not. But I mean, Yozef and Carl are kind of like crawling around drunkenly, so maybe they saw something?
We found champagne! Woo!
You didn't see any keyholes, did ya?
You know, I killed my parents, and I'm healing.
Fair enough. I'll give you the next 20 minutes. How big is this key?
It looks like a standard like door key. Like it's not.
So it opens a door, and it's not like it's like a key to like a journal,
Like a vault or
or
anything like that, no.
or a vault,
Journal.
or like
His
or
secret
even just like
diary.
a drawer in a.
No, yeah, it's like-
it's a.
It's like think your stereotypical all the tropes of like kind of like a jail key of just like a round
Gotcha.
loop and then the teeth and the stem.
And this is a bungalow.
Yeah, it's a
villa?
bungalow. It's
Okay.
one floor. And your investigation was high enough that if there were a secret compartment or a secret room or anything like that,
Cool.
you would have spotted it.
Well, it's to some other place.
Maybe something at the temple?
Could be.
Sorry. I almost forgot to mention in your notes specifically, Amalika,
Okay.
it said, because there have been small expeditions into the jungle when they went up to check on the idol. One, it's kind of like underline boxed exclamation mark. It says, watch out for Auntie Morgan.
Auntie, like,
Like an aunt.
oh, good old auntie.
An aunt.
Wow.
That's what all aunts sound like.
My auntie gave an allowance to her cat.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's amazing.
I want to be that kind of aunt someday.
Yeah.
And
that-
then my
she's
dad
a-
inherited it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
What happened to the cat?
It died.
What happens to all cats?
But it's okay because my dad's cats now have a hefty sum of money.
Wow.
The cats are richer than I am.
They're going to retire to Kokomo.
Yeah.
I believe
The
actually.
real Aristocat situation. Sorry. Carry on.
No, yeah.
Aunties.
This is actually a very good podcast episode, all about these cats. It's a very good story, folks. Well, I wouldn't mind taking a look at some of the other villas, but and then maybe head off in the morning to that
Wait,
volcano.
okay, Auntie Morgan.
Auntie Morgan.
I got sidetracked by the Aristocats.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Watch out for Auntie
You
Morgan.
check out the villas. I am off to gather my flock. And I, still holding this big champagne bottle. Me and Carl are going to peace out to go and gather the people from the village.
All right, champagne gathering. All right, so Amalka and Amalka and Waywalk are going to search the the richer part of the compound, as it were. Where do you want it? So I'll say we'll section off to, you've already searched the main one. There's the shrine room again, and then just like the various other empty villas that some have skeletons in them, some don't.
Yeah, it's more the other empty villas to see if any of those elders maybe also had a writing desk or a locked room.
Give me an investigation or perception check.
Should I also do this?
You can assist him. You can make your own roll. It's up to you.
You have super high.
I have super high
Yeah,
investigation.
I'll just.
That's a 22.
22 in total. You go around and you kind of get the feeling that based on what's left and what people have left behind is that this was kind of like an adventuring party that has been formed, and that they kind of look over the ranks of people who just randomly appear on the island. It's literally people get drawn to this island and they don't know why. And it seems to be there's been like it's mostly paladins, clerics, and warlocks get drawn to this island, and that you get the feeling that they've kind of created the security force of just making sure no one gets to this idol at all, and that every now and then they just have to go and check on it, and that in itself is an adventure into the jungle itself.
I should also druids, maybe a couple druids,
No,
or
no druids.
no druids. Okay, more on the cleric paladin.
Warlocky side.
Okay.
Some villas have like the remains of people who've just passed away in their sleep, and some just have. It looks like the people went out and never came back.
Cool.
Is there anywhere else you would like to explore?
No, I think that's the majority. We've looked at the. I guess actually maybe I'll do a search at the idol.
At the idol? Sure.
Yeah.
Investigation or perception, if you wish to help out.
Sure. And while he's doing that, can I use my detect magic to see
Yeah,
if
of
there's
course.
anything kind of around happening?
Nothing comes up in the idol room.
It's got progressively lower. It's a 21.
21 still matches it. You actually give a good look around like that big glowing sphere and like the various other idols. As you look behind like the main altar, you do see in one of the stones in the floor is a keyhole.
Oh my God, Keo!
I don't know. I didn't say anything. No one can see me do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
An excited face from Malika.
That happened.
I'll try to put the key in there.
Fits perfectly.
Oh my God, this is pretty cool.
I push and turn.
You hear stone and metal grinding at each other as you see the back wall open up and a stone stairwell going down, and heat
Very neat.
immediately hits you right in the face.
Oh my
Do
God,
they have
it's
a
hot.
secret tunnel to the volcano? Because that would be so helpful.
That would be so helpful.
It really would be so helpful.
Well, hold on.
I pull out a little piece of copper wire. I hold it to my mouth and I go, Yozef! And as I cast message,
We got a hot lead, quite literally. Come back to the idol.
I guess I will start shambling back.
Or the shrine.
I guess
The
I've
shrine.
been
That's what
wandering
shrine
around,
meant.
just sort of like yelling in the air with, let's say, not much results.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's people acknowledge you, but they're kind of just laissez-faire about
Like,
it.
Come on,
go into the villa.
It's a party. It's Winter Shield. It's family. It's special.
I feel like you're like the MC. Like, it's just like, I can't hear you. Louder. Show me some enthusiasm.
Let's all get on the dance floor today. Do you head back to
Sure. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere with these clowns.
Yeah, it's a strange acknowledgement. Like, yep, there he goes, and then they literally just see like when
I'll
someone
be
said, like,
back for your souls.
It's a classic. Yosef, you're not going to believe this. It's a classic hidden staircase
Oh,
behind inside.
Altar,
It's
an
an
altar.
altar. Yeah, it's just a regular
They're
altar.
doing all the classics
The
here.
key was on the floor. I would never, it's great. Anyway, hot. It's hot
It is
down
very
there.
hot.
yeah,
It
it goes
is.
from a humid heat to a dry heat.
Let's send Carl down the stairway and see what he finds.
Invisicarl,
Invisicarl.
he comes flying down. He's like, "Oh man, it's a thing. It's a good thing I'm immune to fire, but this is hot down here. It's uncomfortable." And like, oh, there's darkness. Oh, there's like a golden orangey light. Oh, there's like blooping and blubbing, and oh, this is kind of neat. Okay, yeah, there's like, it's almost if like someone had like a bathtub or a hot tub, but it's filled with magma,
Okay.
like lava. And there's like a shrine here to something I don't know what it is.
Can you describe it? Wait, I can't hear this, can I?
No,
Well, I'm sort of talking
Okay,
while
okay,
he's
okay.
talking.
it's like a big fiery thing, and it's holding a big fiery globe. It's theme's fire. The theme is definitely fire.
Let's investigate.
Is anybody in there with you?
No, it's just there's no natural light down here aside from like the lava pool, the magma pool that's like blooping up. It's like very.
It's at the end of the room? Like, is there more?
That's it. That's all I can see. It's like a round little like cul-de-sac, if you will.
Are we going to melt if we go down here?
No, it might take a level of exhaustion, though.
Okay.
We'll be
Yeah,
good.
let's check it out.
Yeah. All right. I gotta see this with my own eyes.
As you go down, Carl's right about the heat. It doesn't cause exhaustion, but it is uncomfortable. And
Oh, I gotta undo with this button.
the
Maybe
heat sweats
too.
begin right away. As you come into this big, it's almost like someone used their hands to carve out this stone. Like you look at the wall, it's not smooth. It's got like almost like someone who's sculpting clay or forming like a clay model or something like that. And you see this big kind of circular or round, and Carl's right. It looks like almost like a hot tub full of lava. And next to it is this large,
It's literally like a very hot tub.
yes, it's the hottest of tubs. Is a carved figure into this stone wall of like looks like this large fire elemental holding a big sphere above its head. Everyone can give me religion if you wish.
Okay.
Oof.
A natural 20? Has that ever happened on the show for me?
Probably.
Maybe, actually. I feel
I
like.
got a 1.
So that's 24 for me.
And a 13.
It's just like never happened in a very long time. So like.
The headband just like shoots some information right into your brain.
Amalika, you recognize that deity. It's essentially like one of the basic primal elemental deities. It's known as Ixamat. It is it's a large primordial fire god that is based on it's a very weird god in that it wants to burn all the other planes of existence, but it feels any threats to its plane or to like the material realm, it wants to keep it safe. So like no one else can fuck with it because I want to fuck with it. So it's kind of like its primary programming is keep the world safe so I can burn it.
Am I having any magic feelings about this?
You do see like those scribbles on like those sigils on the wall, and the lava pit or the lava tub definitely has sigils around as well. This looks like a worship idol or altar to Ixamat.
Is there any other entrances or exits?
This is the only one.
Well,
I'm gonna start fiddling with that ball.
It's carved into the wall actually. It's like someone's like taken their finger and like finger painted the carving into the wall.
Oh,
So,
I see.
yeah, it's not like an actual like physical sphere. It's like someone just took a circle and did
Oh,
that.
I see.
cave beanie.
Yeah.
I'd like to do an investigation on the room.
Sure.
Is my wants. 25.
25. There's no secret passages in there. There's nothing really small to note. You do see that people have carved their names in the side of the wall, and one of the names down there is Wrenz.
And if I use detect magic, aside from like the runes and stuff, is there anything else?
You get divination off of the lava tub and divination off of the carving in the wall. And one of the things you did see with your very high investigation check, Waywocket, is that it looks like kind of like a bulbous finger has carved or has like drawn the figure in the wall. It doesn't have like humanoid fingerprints either.
Okay.
I guess I will gaze into the lava. Anything coming up there?
It is illuminating. It is warm. The magma bubbles and bursts a little bit, but doesn't give you any feelings or any insights. In fact, it feels kind of cut off from you.
It's me, Yozef, your champion.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Somebody, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were.
I'm making
That's
notes.
all I
Sorry.
I kind of Eldritch blasted.
I wouldn't blow anything up in here just in case, you know.
So what's the divination stuff mean though?
So divination is a way to communicate with the gods.
Oh, okay.
So this is some sort of like lava scrying pool, perhaps?
Could be, yeah.
It's also observational stuff as well.
Yeah, you can also look
seeing the
into
future, seeing
yeah.
other things and stuff like that.
Do you think we could use this for anything else? Do you think it could help us with the idol if we could figure out how to activate it?
Well, I'm definitely going to keep this key. It's good that we know about this idol to Ixamat.
And we have a sauna if we need it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Jump in the
experimentally
ocean after. Yeah.
just like fire a little sacred flame into the lava.
You see it go sear in. You see the lava kind of bloop out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes like bloop, 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 bloop,
Ooh.
bloop, and then kind of eases up a little bit.
Was that good?
Now you're throwing radiant magic into this lava pool. Is that ever good? Is it ever bad?
Let's shoot 2 sacred flames into it.
You see like bloop, 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 bloop,
6 seconds
bloop, bloop,
apart.
bloop, 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 bloop. And looks almost like it's the lava is getting agitated, almost like someone's put like an air hose underneath it, and like it's starting to agitate just a little bit.
Should we jump to flaming sphere?
I don't know if a flaming sphere will do much to a pool of.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to
Lava.
be down here for that. It's like already a little bit too warm for me.
All right.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Like it had the frothiness hasn't died down from
From the 2 one.
the hot tub.
I
I
think
mean, I don't really have
something
any.
might be down there. Hoping not fire elemental.
Yeah, like, is this guy down there? Like, have we just woken up?
Hello.
Hello, it's me. I'm a champion. I'm the lord of this isle. I demand you respond.
Give me a persuasion check made with disadvantage, please.
Oh, no.
That's a clue.
Or maybe it's not.
Oh, it's not great. It's a 9.
You see, when Yosef says the words, "I am the champion of this isle," you see almost like someone's hit the hot tub and set it to 9, so it starts going like as like lava starts to froth and bubble up.
I mean, you could be the champion too if you put your mind to it.
No, I'm the champion.
You see an orange arm kind of like bulbous kind of reach out
I'm gonna step back.
and pulls its head up, and you see kind of like this orange salamandery type of head lift itself out
Whoa.
of the lava, and you see 3 more heads appear behind it as they begin to pull themselves out of the hot tub full of lava. And I'm going to say that's going to be it, because it's 9:53.
Oh, my goodness.
As we're going to come in with some
Fire nudes.
fire nudes.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Yozef.
Nah, we can take some fire nudes.
The secret is don't use fire.
Don't use fire on the
Well,
fire
that's
nudes.
great because all of my spells have been.
You got some cold spells,
Yeah,
though.
they're all adjusted to not be fire spells.
I actually really
No, you
went for fire.
Yeah.